Hey guys, this is Shaft, and this is game number 2 with me and Llama going ahead doing a little casting practice run for our tournament tomorrow. Again, guys, if you have not heard, we are running a StarCraft2Strategy.com tournament on Zeek. Please feel free to go to the website to learn more, but here's Llama to tell you a little bit about himself and what's going on tomorrow.
What's up, everybody? My name is Mr. Llama. I am the team SCS manager. I as well have been a caster in the past. I'm sure you've, well, I'm not sure you have, but I'm sure some of you guys have possibly heard of me or seen some of my stuff. I make videos and all those fun little things. But mainly, yeah, I've just been dedicated to my team as of late, Team StarCraft 2 Strategy. And now we're getting tournaments up and trying to move into the big spotlight.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we don't want to bore you with any other details. We're going to hop right on into this game. Feel free to go ahead and intro the players if you like to, Llama.
Sure. So spying down in the bottom left-hand corner, we're going to have GoldHead, the purple Zerg, playing for Team EXE. And what is EXE? That is... I've seen that tag. They might just be EXE. There was one team that we played in the RTL, or that I cast in the RTL, and it was just EXE. Like that was.
I think that's the same team. So yeah, no problem.
I really want to like look it up. Anyways, flying up in the top right-hand corner, we do have Empire Kess, the Red Terran.
One of my favorite Terran players to watch, actually.
Yes, and I did just look it up. They are just EXE.
Yeah, I thought so. I believe there was a team called Exogenesis at one point, but they disbanded, if I remember correctly. Either way, this is going to be Neoplanet S, a Zerg vs. Terran for you guys, no less. This is one of my favorite Zerg vs. Terran maps, actually. Because, I mean, there's a lot of counterattack paths, and that's really one thing Zerg love to do against this race.
True. And the other great thing is, as of late in TVZ, Terrans, have really started to be able to dominate the map a lot more with Widow Mines and stuff. There's a lot better placements they can get. They can kind of take control of these attack paths and stuff. And something I've really noticed on Neoplanet S is that the Zerg players struggle to get up that fourth base because Terrans can just keep attacking from both sides, and the Zerg army is just so back and forth between that. Where am I getting my fourth base up? It really can be troublesome.
Absolutely.
So we'll have to see how GoldHead can do that.
Now we are,
and if he'll be able to establish that.
Now we are seeing gas out of Empire Kaz, which is kind of interesting. It means he's going to be getting a really quick factory, probably finishing around 5.5 minutes. So from there, he'll be able to hold on to some map control with Hellions. It's really going to be up to him whether he wants to go into like a Marine Stimpack build, or if he follows this up with some kind of mech play. We're really looking to see the second gas out of him. But of course, GoldHead did go for that hatch first build, followed by a pull. We're also looking to see whether he takes his gas. Now we are seeing Reapers coming out for Empire Kaz, so there's going to be some light harassment preceding these Hellions.
Yeah, so he opened up there with that 12-12. Pretty standard opener, getting out the 2 Reapers, able to do usually a decent amount of damage with this. The issue is that GoldHead does not have a gas of his own, nor does he have a Queen in production. There we go. Just now starts his Queens. They were a little bit behind the spawning pool. So this Reaper's going to get over there and have a decent amount of time to go ahead and poke around. And without that gas, we're not going to see any speed out of GoldHead. So some players do prefer to deal with Reapers without speed, but it can be difficult. Personally, I would much rather just have speed.
It really comes down to being able to zone it with Lings on creep. The thing about the creep spread initially on this map is that it does kind of extend all the way to the ramp. So this tends to be one map where you can practically hold off the Reapers without the creep spread, or I'm sorry, without the Ling speed, and then the Queens pop out and really increase your zoning potential. So these 2 Reapers are going to find themselves zoned out by these Lings, going ahead getting us around here. Now the factory is finishing up here about 5 minutes 12 seconds, so that is more than fine. And then we've got the build time for a reactor if he chooses to do that. Yep, there's a reactor on the barrack, so they are going to make that switch now. Lings have been cleaned up by the Reapers, but the Reapers did lose a lot of health, and we do have the 3rd and 4th queen finishing now for GoldHead, who is going to have no more trouble from these Reapers. They're just going to poke in, see this 2nd gas, and then be on their merry way.
Yeah, they're just gonna head on right back there as 4 queens out on this map. Should be enough to go ahead and deal with this, and Cass can go ahead and pull his Reapers back. He's taking a 3rd command center at this time, so really looking to get ahead economically. And now speed finally being started here for GoldHead. I'm curious to see what his next move is, if he's going to try and push out and take a 3rd once speed finishes. We do have double Evo chambers going down though right now,
Nice
and
little
Hellions
wall
going to be joining up. Yep.
Yes, sir. Well, this is going to allow Queens to easily zone out the Hellions, keep them out of the base as long as he's on top of that. Creep spread's going to be insane with this 4-queen build. Definitely going to have enough energy on these queens to inject. Plus, spread creep tumors rapidly. We'll probably see 1-1 upgrades for melee here, as you know, no Roach Warren or Hydra look like they're even been thought about. Now, the 2 gas build is kind of interesting. That's going to allow him to get the 1-1 upgrades. Yep, there they are. And, you know, from here he can choose to go mutas, or, well, most Zergs will go mutas in this situation. Queens are getting pretty heavily bruised, though, so the Hellions knocking on that front door. Oh, wow, 6 Hellions are getting in. Queen goes down. That was kind of sloppy.
Yeah, and it looks like he's lost 2 queens already. A 3rd one's been damaged heavily. This next one's going to be damaged as well. Drones are going down right here. GoldHead is taking so much damage just from these 6 Hellions, 2 Reapers that just sat there and poked away at his queens. You normally don't see that, and this is painful.
Yeah.
Cass might just get a free win off of this, as he has cleaned up 22 workers at this point.
Absolutely.
And is now still in this base. Ling's finally on the way, but Cass is like, I could retreat here if I really wanted to. And he's going to go ahead and burn these Lings off. More Hellions have joined up. And that's it. GG from GoldHead.
Yeah, let's back this replay up for just a second, though, dude, because this is very abnormal what happened here. You definitely usually see, you know, Reapers followed by Hellions. That's not too uncommon. GoldHead does make the right decision here, getting this nice wall. Again, it can be held by 1 queen, but what he fails to do here is change out his queens. He should really be swapping out the injured queens in the front of this base here with the one in his main, and you just are not going to see him do that. He's trying to hold this with the injured queens and then pulls them back way too late, not even bothering to send this other queen in until the attack is already over. Puppy, quit barking. But yeah,
I mean,
again.
Yeah, the dog's angry about his play as well. I completely agree.
Absolutely
Completely agree. But no, I think you know, something that really could have also helped is if he had all 3 of his queens out there. Because if there's 3 queens poking against, and they're spread out against these Hellions and Reapers, these Hellions and Reapers aren't going to be able to do too much. They're going to have to back off, because those queens will be able to take those out pretty quickly. But when you only have 1 queen at a time, I mean, his queens are just kind of walking back and forth in a single file line. It really allowed Cass to just sit there and attack over and over and over again. And GoldHead really wasn't outputting any damage versus these units. And so then he turned around finally when he had 2 queens in the red and 1 in the yellow to fight, and by that time it was too late.
Absolutely, dude. Well, that's a great summary there of what has happened. Kaz just getting a pretty easy victory here on ladder. Can't say I blame him, dude. If you can win with it, win with it. Anyways, guys, this is Shaft and Llama, the Clan Inc. casting crew, also representing StarCraft2Strategy.com. We just want to remind you there is going to be a tournament on Saturday, the 25th, 6:30 Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So feel free to check it out, StarCraft2Strategy.com. See you there, guys.